Hey, and welcome everybody. Looks like I'm going solo today, unless somebody else decides to pop on here. Andrew's in the middle of a move, and Tracy's tied up with some corporate stuff, and of course, Dr. Michael has other hangouts and webinars going on. So, not sure where everybody else is today. But here we are at Thursday, near the end of the week, and the topic today is: do you have any advertising budget, or do you have an advertising budget, and do you use your own money for it? Okay. So what I'm going to show you today is ways that I raise capital for my business. Running a business does require some kind of an advertising budget. Okay. I don't care what anybody tells you. You're gonna be able to, if you try to do it for free, which you can, you're going to need an abundance of time. And to me, time is my most valuable commodity because I can never get that back. Okay, so I need to utilize my time very, very cautiously and caringly. So what I do is I go out and I look for programs, little tiny cheap programs, okay, that have value to them. Okay, and what I mean by value is, well, for instance, there's two programs, I can't mention them on here, but there's two programs I use that have products that help me work social media. And then I have another product that allows me to promote my business, another program that allows me to promote my business. And it creates me instant PayPal income. Now, why PayPal? PayPal is real important, okay, for a couple of things. There's very, very few companies out there. It's all affiliate based that will allow you to use PayPal, and they have to have a legitimate one-tier payment system so that it doesn't turn into multi-level. Okay. Now, why I use PayPal is because pretty much every resource that I need to promote in, such as press releases, solo ads, social media, pay-per-click, all that kind of stuff, they accept PayPal as a payment option. Okay. Now, I'm cheap. Okay. When it comes to spending money on things, I would rather raise the capital than use my own capital. Okay. To pay for my advertising. So I have a primary business, Total Takeover. Okay. But I have these other, what I call sideline income streams. And what these do is they create me my advertising budget. Okay. Now, for me to market my business, my primary business, and any of these sideline businesses take me no more than 2 hours a day. No more than that. The rest of the time I spend online, I'm either helping my downline, supporting my downline, or looking for additional streams, not of income streams, because I focus on one primary business to do that for me, but I focus on other streams that can help me get my main business exposure. Okay. And hopefully it can pay me for that. Okay. And like I said, I choose programs that pay with PayPal for a reason, because I can use that money to pay for my solo ads, my pay-per-click, my press releases, whatever it is I'm doing, the social media stuff that I'm doing on there. If I want to bump up my ranks, my likes, my ranks in there, my page views, whatever. Okay. All that uses PayPal, and PayPal is very, very powerful. It's one of your most powerful means of marketing. Okay. For paying for your marketing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to show you guys how I go and find these streams of income. Okay, I already have my two that work very, very well for me, but I'm going to go in. I'm going to show you. Okay, so I'm in my Facebook. Okay, and I do most of my stuff on Facebook. Okay, I do LinkedIn, I do Google Plus, but to find those resources, Facebook is the best place to find those tiny little programs that can create you revenue streams. Okay. So what I do is I have groups here, okay? So I click on the more part, depending on how many groups you've joined. I've got lots of groups. So I'll click on the more, and I'll go into a lot of these groups that I'm in a member of, and then I'll just click on one of them, and I'll go in and I'll source and look for I'll go down some of the ads and I'll look to see what people are promoting, okay? I'll look to see if they've got something that's around, I don't know, 5, 10, 25 bucks, something like that, that can create me $5 payments, $25 payments, $50 payments, whatever it is, okay? I will go in and I will look, but it has to be to PayPal, okay? Because I'm creating my marketing budget. So I'm not interested in stuff that's going to pay me 2 weeks later. I want instant pay right now. I mean, some of you can use Payza or something, but the point is that most of the programs that I mentioned, the solo ads, the Facebook, all that stuff, they use PayPal. So I recommend you look for little programs that will create you PayPal money that will allow you to go out and promote your business, whatever your primary is, whether it's Total Takeover or anything else. You go out and you use that to create money so that you can use that PayPal money to pay for all your advertising. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to scroll through some of these things here and see if I can find anything in here that will pay instant pay. Okay. Now I maybe I've picked the wrong one here. I'll go and I'll check another one. I might have to go through a few of these to show you guys, but because I can't tell you what I use on here because that would be cross-promoting thing, and I won't do that ethically. So I can't mention what I use on here. But so let me just see if I can find a group. This has got 18,000 people in it. That should find something in there. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go through here. Oh, I hope this isn't just this guy. This might be just this guy. Yeah, it's just this guy. Okay, let me find another one. You may have to go through this a few times, okay, to find the right group. But look for something that has a fairly big. This has got 5,000 people in it, so let's check this one out. Okay, and you're gonna find some of these little programs that are in here. Let's just see if we can find something that pays to PayPal. Get paid while posting on Facebook. We don't want anything that you have to wait for money for, okay? Because you might already be in a business and you got to wait, you know, every 2 weeks to get paid or once a month or whatever. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for something that will pay you. Here's one. Get paid straight. Oh, where did that go? Get paid straight to PayPal. Where the heck did that thing go? There it is. Okay, so let's find out what this thing is, okay? So it's get paid straight to PayPal, and this is what you want, okay? Viralizer. Turn a one-time $25 payment. Okay, I'm not going to let the video play. Into daily cash flow. So this is something that you would look at. Something that would create you $25 bills 3-4 times a day, $100 a day. That's a good budget for your advertising. Okay. So oh, you know what? I bet you I'm not even sharing my screen here. Nope, I'm not. Let me go back and try doing that again. Okay, here we go. Okay, so what I did was, so bad I didn't share my screen. Okay, I went into Facebook. I went under groups. Okay, I went under groups up here on the side. Okay, into groups right here, and I went and I found this particular group I'm in right now. And then what I did is I scrolled down, as I was telling you, I scrolled down until I found something that pays me PayPal money every day, okay? Because you want, like I said, the PayPal money is important, okay? Because this is where you can use this money, because you get paid instantly, and it goes straight to your PayPal, and you can take that money and go and run a pay-per-click ad on Facebook. You could do a view. If you've got a fan page or something, you can hit the views and get people to go to your fan page. You can use it on Fiverr or some of these. Like Fiverr is a great place for third-party things where you can get people to send mass traffic to your link and stuff like that. And you can use PayPal to pay there. PayPal is so important to your business, okay? But you got to utilize it correctly. So here's one example at $25. So if you got involved in something like this is what I'm not doing. I might do this to create $5 payments or $25 payments, right? So you can create that. You go out there and you market just like you would in anything else that you're doing. You know, I have like that 90-day plan that I share with people. You know, I show you what you need to do every day on social media like Facebook, LinkedIn, Google Plus, and so forth. How you do your posts. You know what? It takes you 3 minutes to do a post. You do that 3-4 times a day. and run a solo ad through a safe list or something, right? And there's other little programs you can join there, like little safe list promotion programs or email programs or whatever it is that can get you going viral out there. You know, you want to take advantage of whatever you can. Okay, you've got to have an operational budget. I don't care what anybody says. It's got to be, you know, I'm going to tell you $100 a month. Okay, you can probably do it for $20 or less, but let's just be realistic here. Let's say $100 a month to do some proper advertising outside of what I show you to do in social media. Okay, because you're gonna want to start tweaking things, because you might not be happy settling for one sign up a week or one sign up every 2 weeks or 5 a month or something like that. Maybe you want 10 to 20 a month. You know, like me, I want, you know, 20 to 50 a month in my business. So that's why I run these little programs on the side, and I promote them to create me an operational budget that I can use in PayPal money to go in and pay for all these different things, like the Fiverr promotion, the social media promotion, because each social media site has its own promotion type for pay-per-clicks or advertising or whatever it is, banner advertising on there, that kind of stuff, and they all take PayPal for that. Okay, so I'm hoping this makes a lot of sense to all of you out there, because, you know, it's either you've got deep pockets of your own, and most of you don't, because a lot of you, that's why you're here, you're trying to make money on the internet. So I'm here to show you that you can find programs out there that'll, you know, that cost you anywhere from $1.50 to start all the way up to $250, you know, where you get $1.50 payments over and over again multiple times a day, and $250 payments over instantly into PayPal. There's all kinds of programs out there that do that. Okay, so it's just a matter of what you can afford at this point. If right now you're that broke and you got no more than $5 that you can spend on anything, then go and find a $1.50 to $5 PayPal program out there and just market it hard. Okay, because people will do that, but this is how you do it. Okay, it's not that you go out and say, hey, come join my program. This is what you do. Okay, you go out and you promote it like this. Do you have a primary business that you're trying to get exposure for? Okay, this is how I do it. Like I would say, Dr. Michael's just come on here. I would say to Dr. Michael, you know, do you have a program, a primary program that you are currently promoting out there? And he would say yes or no. And then then the second question I would ask is what do you do for an operational budget, an advertising budget? You know, do you pay for it out of your own pocket, or do you create that advertising budget? Okay, and if he goes, well, what do you mean create? I says, well, I can show you how to create an operational budget that will cost you anywhere from $1.50 to whatever you want to spend one time. That's it. Okay, and then you will get payments like that coming in over and over and over again. You know, so if you paid in at $1.50, you could get $1.50 payments coming in over and over. If you paid $5 or $25 or $50 or $100 or $250, whatever the program is, they have whatever their amount is that they pay. I just showed you a $25 one, right? So what I would do is I would go out and I would be sharing this with people under this kind of format. I have a program that I use to create my own operational budget for advertising. Would you be interested in looking at it? You know, it creates PayPal money that allows me to spend my PayPal money on Facebook advertising, LinkedIn, Google+, Pinterest, any kind of social media. I can also use it for solo ads. I could use it for third-party services like Fiverr. I could use it for press releases because they all accept PayPal. That's why I use PayPal programs. Would you be interested in something like this? And you know, 9 times out of 10, I have people saying, yes, let me know what it is. I want to look at it. Okay? So it's how you sell things to people. And you know what? You should be doing that kind of stuff with your primary business. I do the same thing with Total Takeover. You know, I go, you know, do you have a primary business? You know, do you have an education platform that's teaching you how to market the internet? Or do they just have a product and service and not much training in the back office? You know, would you be interested in looking at what I have to add that on as your training back end to your primary business. You see, when you present things in a different manner, people listen in a different manner, okay? It's all about how you present things to them. Most people are cornering people. They put them into a corner, put a knife to their throat and a hand on their wallet and say, join me, right? That's the kind of the thief way about it that seems to be going all over the internet. You know, everybody is just trying to force feed everybody their business. And you have to make sure that you're being logical about everything that's out there. And that's including, you know, raising capital for your advertising budget. There's lots of ways to do it on the internet, okay? You just have to think or be taught how to do that. You know, I learned how to do this by listening to other people and watching other people, how they raise capital for their business. And that's why I go out and I find programs that have value. The one program I have, it gives me products in there that show me how to manage and strategically go in and market on social media. I have another product that allows me to put my primary business on a viral scale through advertising through them. It's an advertising platform, right? And every time I share this with somebody and a member joins, they pay me anywhere from $150 to $360, depending, you know, on the level that they wanted to advertise at, right? And they pay me that in PayPal. And then I have that money right there that I could turn around, because it's instant. I could turn around and go over to Fiverr and say, you know what, I want to buy 5,000 followers, or I want to hit my fan page and I want to throw $10 at it to get somebody to promote get Facebook to promote my fan page, or run a solo ad, pay for a solo ad that's out there. They all accept PayPal, okay? So you've got to be creative on the internet. You got to be creative on how you do things. So, Dr. Michael, I don't know if you're there. You know, I don't know how much you caught of this because I was screen sharing at the time. But, you know, is there anything that you want to share? Because I know that you do this kind of technique stuff too. You know, is there any kind of techniques that you use?
Well, not really. I mean, it's similar things like you do. I mean, you don't have an endless budget, so you generate the budget for advertising. And I'm similar to yourself. I do run little advertising programs that run my advertising, and I generate money into my PayPal account or into my StormPay account or all the other things that you create over the years. No? Some people do them in a few weeks, and some takes years once you need it. And I recommend people don't go into everything, just go into ones that you need and take good advice by those that are doing it already, and then you can save yourself a lot of hassle on time. And especially what Carl is showing, I was watching you, what you've been showing on Facebook actually. I came in a bit earlier already. So now I must say this is a way where you can really create a small budget into a large budget. But of course, again, this is not for free. In the end, you're paying for it and you're putting in your time. But that's part, I mean, you know, there are no millionaires around that don't do anything. I mean, of course, some people are born millionaires, but those self-made millionaires, they work their butts off. I'm sure that even Mark Zuckerberg is working his butt off every single day, that he hasn't even got the time to spend to buy himself a shirt, you know. So, so really, that's how I see it. I mean, you have to work it, you know. It doesn't come for free. And the people that have the illusion that this will make it just, yeah, without doing anything, then keep your illusion and keep dreaming. But in the real world, you have to pay for everything, as Val said yesterday on the hangout that we had, and I really appreciated it. I mean, I use free technology, for example, but there's nothing free. And here on publicity, on advertising, marketing, whatever your business is, I mean, yeah, you spend small amounts. I have a budget roughly between $200 and $250 a month that I'm spending to generate more money out from it, and on top of it, creating the businesses that I'm into, so that they generate me more money, so that I can afford to spend those $250. I could afford some more, but hey, I mean, you don't need more to be effective. If you spend $200 a month or $250 a month on your advertising, I mean, you're well busy. I was following up with all those things and making sure it all sticks together. and then you become a professional by doing so, and then you will see how within a few months your gross of sales will go up. You will earn every month a little bit more, but it's something. It's constant. It's steady. It's like you become a mechanic, and you're not a master mechanic until you have fixed hundreds of cars. And here's the same: until you haven't run hundreds of checks coming in and doing all the work that you need to do to get them. I mean, then you're becoming a master in those things. And this is when your lives, you do it from home, you work from home, and you actually have the time to run things there. I mean, the good thing on our business is that we can get up, can drink a cup of coffee, we can get out, and if our wives come in, we can talk to them, and our children, we can take care about them. But still, we are at home, and we have that advantage just because we're doing things like Carl is explaining. We're doing those little extra that allows us, like in a real job in the outside world, so to say, to earn even actually more. And here it depends on us. You know, if you're on the job in the mechanic, you reach maybe $3,000-4,000 salary a month, and then you're really top-notch mechanic, and you probably stay this all your life. And you made this for 30 years. I mean, I tell you one thing: if you're working for 30 years on the internet, you're earning more than $3,000 a month. I promise you that. So that's the difference, you know. And I'm glad that the internet has come through. In 1998 is when I decided that I work more with the internet instead of moving and traveling around. And since then, I'm constantly working on this. And to my own surprise, it really worked out very well, and I've reduced my expenses so dramatically that I can afford to make other things. I mean, I had a phone bill of $3,000-4,000 every month just on phone bill, and that's not so long ago. And now it's down to maybe $120. I mean, for a whole year, and I have internet without limitation. I've got 200 megabytes download and all sorts of stuff, you know. I can make all those things. I've got 2 lines. I've got a business and a shop, and everything together doesn't cost me more than $120. I mean, thank you. Thanks, technology. And now with the technology on our hands, that the programs that allow you to make money, because money is always there. Money is not disappearing. Actually, we have more money circulating in the industry right now than has ever been for a long time. Now, all of this, you have to get the pattern to actually be the one that actually gets part of it. I mean, if you earn $1 million, somebody else has lost it. As simple as that. Because money changes ownership, that's all. And if you're smart enough to be part of those things, and with tools and techniques that the internet provides you, you can actually make your advertising budget generate by yourself. Of course, with some work from your part, with some dedication, but it's all it needs everywhere. I mean, you don't become a master mechanic to come back to this without dedication and really want to learn this, you know. Because if you just want to be a mediocre mechanic, you be an employee. But if you're a tough one, I mean, you can earn a few $1,000s a month. So that's a difference. And here we can make the same thing. You want to be a networker, a marketer that is just going out and thinks he knows something. He knows how to use a program. He knows how to use this and this, but he doesn't know how to generate the budget for himself to actually make his work become a value. Carl always said he's a commodity. And that's really what we all are in this world. We are commodities by the value of what we have learned. This is why we are investing into TTO. I wouldn't invest my $90 here if I wouldn't believe that my value as a commodity, as a person with the knowledge is not enhancing by that. For sure, I wouldn't put my name under it because it's not my business. I will learn with this business. Of course, I have loads of other talents that even the business would be successful, but that's already what I have earned already. So now for me, it's time to pick up of what I haven't learned so far. And I think what we get taught today from Carl about creating an advertising budget really makes a difference for you, and it will make the difference of how you feel sitting in front of your computer, working a few hours a day, and you don't go nowhere. I mean, that's really valuable things which you've gotten for free, but really it's not for free. It's somebody that actually wants you to become successful. I think this is something to be grateful, to be enthusiastic, and to be able to share this with the rest of the world. That's the reason why we use Hangouts. It is recorded. You can share it with others. Once this thing is finished, copy it, pass it on to your friends. And hey, this is something very important that we have just been given. So, Carl, back to you. I hope I didn't took too much time off you here.
Oh, you never take too much time, my friend. Okay, I mean your time on here is just as valuable as my time is on here. So, you know, you provide a lot of input and value to this, Dr. Michael. I mean, we've known each other for quite a few years, And you know, I know the value you bring to the table. You know, we have a lot of experience just between Dr. Michael and myself. You know, we're probably looking at just 50, 60 years of experience, probably 60, 70 years.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
You know, so just between the two of us with the experience we have, you know, never mind the rest of the panelists that have ever come on here. You know, the information I'm sharing today with that is information that really I paid for to learn from other people. And I'm just, like Dr. Michael said, we're giving back. You know, we're all about helping people make money. Because let's face it, if we don't help anybody make money on the internet, then what are we here for? Really? You know, nothing can ever be done on your own. Okay? There's always going to be something involved. Even affiliate marketers who feel that they are working on their own, they're working solo, they're actually not, because a lot of times they will work with associates of the affiliate programs they're working for. They will get advice from them. They'll go and take courses from them. So they're not working alone. They're getting advice, or they're getting coaching, or whatever it is on what they're doing. And this is what people have to realize, is that we provide not only coaching but mentorship as well in here. And you know, when I'm sitting on here and I'm doing a training and I'm showing you how to find stuff on Facebook to create you an advertising budget, I'm doing a mentoring session with you as well, because I'm showing you what you need to do and the process you need to go through. I mean, I even told you on here, and I will probably have that in script later on my site, of exactly how I talk to people about selling my business, or selling the sideline business that I do to create my advertising budget. You know, it's all about how you present everything to people. Okay? Most people just want to throw their link out and say, you know what, you've got to get in here, just join. That doesn't tell anybody anything. Okay? It's more of an annoyance than anything you can imagine. I get that done to me every day. I know Dr. Michael gets probably hundreds of those like I do. And maybe you listening, you get the same thing. And then you get tired of it. And then the funny thing is that maybe you don't do it anymore, but you had gone out and done exactly what you're tired of getting. If you're tired of getting those emails of people pitching you, and you're doing it, okay, that's when you have to sit back and you have to think and put yourself in the right scope of mind. Because if you don't like being pitched, you can imagine the people that you're doing it to, okay? And you may not be doing it intentionally. So this is all part of a process. You know, building an operational budget has to do with how you connect with people. Like I said, you can go out and you can find a program. Like, you know, for instance, this one program that I brought on to create the PayPal payments. You know, I'm a very aggressive marketer. When I go out there, I go hard on everything I do. So I found this program here, and I thought, oh, this would be a really cool thing to raise some money in. So I went to town on this thing. And the guy that I signed up on, I don't even know who it was. I really don't care who it was, right? But I went to town because I knew I was going to make him a lot of money anyways, right? So I went to town on this thing. And the guy Facebooks me, and he goes, whoa, man, slow down. I need to catch up to you. And I says, well, first of all, you need to really understand your program, because I don't even think you even know how this program works. And most people don't, because they don't take the time. So what happened is this guy lost out on 2 commissions from me, because he wasn't paying attention to his own program. He did not go through it. I went to this program, I read through it, I understood exactly how it was, and then I executed. Here's what happens to the majority of people online. They join a program, they put their money down, and then they get up and they walk away. That's what they do. And they go, I'm going to see what happens. And then they come back an hour or so later, they log in, and then they get, like this guy, you just missed this commission, you just missed this commission. And then he began to give me hell on Facebook, because I went ahead and he goes, well, I didn't contact you. And it's not up to me to contact anybody. It's up to them to know their business. So if you've ever got an email in any business you're in saying you've missed a commission, it's now time for you to sit down and figure out what your business is all about, so that never ever happens again. Okay? And especially in these little programs, these ones I'm talking about with the PayPal payment ones, okay? Most of them are going to be affiliate programs. Okay, they're one-time, one-tier programs, which means that it only pays out one level. That's it. So the commission is paid. That's it. It's over. Blah blah blah. Right? Some of them will have multi-tiered. That, you know, if you're signing up underneath somebody, it could be in a, I don't know, a uni level or something like that. And if you're in there and your upline or your sponsor has not paid, because one of the ones I'm in has 8 different tier levels. It pays from $1.50 all the way to $3.60 per, like, one-time payment. You see, this is the money I'm talking about. Okay, and a lot of people are in this just for it being a primary business. This is small money to me. Okay, although it can become big money, it's small money to me. That's my operational budget. But what happens is that because it's tiered the way it was all the way down, this guy missed my commission because he wasn't at the same level as I was. So he missed the commission. Like, again, I don't wait for anybody, but it's not up to me to notify everybody saying, hey, buddy, you know, I'm going to upgrade to this next level. Can you please go and upgrade? That's not up to me to do that. Here's what I told this guy on the phone, okay? And if you're in a position like this with your business, listen carefully, okay? Always, always in business, be one step ahead of everybody. Always. Never, ever let your guard down, okay? If you're in a multi-tiered system, make sure you're at that next level before anybody else gets there, okay? Otherwise, you will lose commissions. You know, it's just like in Total Takeover. You know, it's got matrix commissions and stuff like that. And even in the way that our pay structure in the 1-up system, if somebody quits or does not pay their monthly dues, and they've got people that are paying below them, you know what happens? Everybody in that line, all the way down, goes up to the sponsor, and they lose all those commissions. Is that fair? Yes. It's very fair. Because if you're not paying attention to your own business and you're not keeping up with your monthly commitment, because that's your monthly operational commitment or budget for your business. If you're not keeping up to that, you deserve to lose all of those commissions. Okay? There's nothing like unfair about that at all. And that's one thing I needed to make sure that it is clear too on this call. That especially in our business, and I know that works in many other businesses, if you are not prepared to pay attention to your business, if something bad happens, like losing commissions, you 100% deserve it. And you probably should never be in this kind of business. Okay? That's my own personal opinion. And I'm not scared to tell people that. I tell them all the time. Okay? It's your responsibility, not your upline, not the company, nobody. It's your responsibility to make sure that your business is operational. Make sure that your money is there to pay for your monthly commitment. This is a monthly subscription commitment to be involved with this education. Okay? If you're not prepared to pay for it, then be prepared to lose all of the commissions that come along with the work that you did up to that moment. Okay? It's that simple. You can't run a business if you don't pay. I can't have a brick and mortar business if I don't pay my monthly lease payment. They don't care. They don't care. They want their money for that amount of space that I'm leasing from them. If I don't pay, they're going to find somebody else who will pay it. That's business, folks. Same thing with any business you're in. If you have a monthly commitment to pay, like in Total Takeover, $89.95, that's your lease payment for that space. Okay? If you don't pay your space payment, you're out. It's like your rent or your mortgage. If you don't pay it, guess what? The bank is going to find somebody, or the landlord's going to find somebody who will pay it for you. That's simple. Okay? So don't think you can join anything on the internet and get away from that. And that's the same thing with an operational budget. If you're out there going to create a budget, be serious about it. Because you don't put all the work in just to have the money go to somebody else. So, real important, and I'm sorry if I kind of went all over the place, but it kind of all comes together. I think you see how that all comes together here. You know, whether you're paying your monthlies for a business, or whether you're paying your monthlies or one time or whatever it is for an affiliate program that's creating you a PayPal income. Okay? If it's tiered and you don't move to the next level, you will lose the payments. Like, for instance, this one I was telling you about. It's $1.50, then $5, and $10.20. It doubles every time, all the way to $3.60. So if I don't advance myself in all those levels, if somebody advances ahead of me, I will lose the commissions for that level. And that's my operational budget money. I can't afford to throw that away. Otherwise, I got to take it out of my pocket. So, Dr. Michael, I don't know if you want to comment on that.
No, you just go ahead, man. I'm enthusiastic listening to you because this is so much wisdom behind it, and I'm sure people listening to you just, hey, this is good. Just continue, Carl. You're good.
Well, thanks. You know what? It's all from experience, as you know. You know, people go, I've lost so much money on the internet. If I ever told you how much money I've lost on the internet, you'd puke, literally, because I know I do it all the time whenever I think about it. I've lost over 6 figures on the internet. But you know what? It's only money. But I've learned a lot of valuable lessons, and that's why I share this with you guys. Okay? It's not because I'm trying to beat an old horse or something. It's just I'm trying to beat some sense and knowledge into you that this is what you need to do. You need to put yourself in the right frame of mind if you're ever going to make any money online. Now, some of you, maybe you're making $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000 plus a month. Then you know exactly what I'm talking about, and all this stuff is just, you know, you already know this. But I will guarantee that the majority of people that are listening to this right now probably aren't even making $500 a month, but they're spending more than that. Okay? And this is why I'm trying to help you get into the proper mindset, because it's going to be tough. You're going to go through some grueling times when you give yourself permission to start making money. You're going to cry. It's going to hurt because you're going to struggle with yourself to try to get to that point. I know I did. It took me a long time, and it took a lot of financial hits to me in order for me to learn my lesson. I'm trying to share this with you right now so that you don't have to go through what I went through, because you really don't want to do that. Okay? It's very, very painful. Okay? So this is why when I go back to Facebook, and let's go back and screen share again here on Facebook. Just hang on a second. Gotta find my screen. Okay. And this could be anywhere. It doesn't have to be just Facebook, but Facebook is probably your best place to go and find these kind of programs. You can go on LinkedIn and that, but then you have to go through all the community groups and stuff like that, and it's a lot more of a challenge to go through and find all that stuff there. You know, if you're a paid member, then it's a lot easier, but you know what? We want to do this with at least cost as possible. Now, again, this is one program. I've seen this before, and I've been actually looking at this the other day and contemplating running and creating another additional income stream from that for for my operational budget, because I like to have small payments coming in, okay? Because this is one that's the most affordable for people, and once I can get them into a, especially if I'm building this and I'm showing people how I'm building this and creating money, I can get them doing the same thing. And when they're doing the same thing, I'm building a following, and people are starting to trust me. I'm gaining a trust with people, which then they will want to know what else I'm doing. See? And it's all part of the lead building conversion process, okay? Because a lot of times I have people from these programs that I'm in. I'm just trying to see if I can find another one here that is PayPal driven. I may not be able to do that, but let's see if I can do a PayPal search. I've never tried this. PayPal Moneymakers. Okay, so maybe this is a group that's all people that are making money with PayPal. And I probably have to join the group. See, PayPal Moneymakers is four ways of boosting your PayPal account balance. See, so I'm going to join this group because I'm very curious now. Okay, so here's a way of going out and finding PayPal money programs to generate for your income. And again, you know what? You can do it any way you want. I prefer PayPal because it's the universal payment structure that companies use for solo ads and all kinds of advertising payments. Okay, you could try Solid Trust Pay, and you could try Payza, and you could try all those other kind of things if you want. Totally up to you. This is, in my books, the most valuable program, a currency program for you to make money to build your business. Of course, a lot of these you might be able to even become a full-time, like make this your primary. I don't know, whatever. I don't do that. I have other programs that make me a lot more money that I do. Like, for instance, Total Takeover. Okay, it will create me more money than a lot of these programs will because of the way that the compensation plan is designed. Now, you might be in some that have the same thing, but maybe you're getting paid once a month. Maybe you're getting paid every 2 weeks, and you're trying to figure out, well, you know, in the meantime, I need to be promoting this thing. I got to get more sales coming in, or maybe you got a utility bill you got to pay, or maybe your rent's a little bit short and you need to raise another $300 to cover your rent or your mortgage. You know what? It has multiple uses for it because PayPal, instant payment, and then takes 2 to 3 days to transfer to your bank account. Okay? So there's a lot of advantages to using this. Just make sure that the programs you get into, especially if you're going to recommend them to people, that those programs don't have crap products in them or something like that. Make sure that they've got something of value in there, or at least, like we talked yesterday, something that you can provide of value. You know, like we provide the information on these Hangouts. I provide coaching to the people who join me in my organization. You know, I go through and I show them how to maneuver through Facebook and LinkedIn and Pinterest and all that kind of stuff to get the advantages, you know, over a lot of people out there. Because I've spent a lot of time learning social networks. As a matter of fact, yesterday I was telling Val and Tracy, I went out and I bought a software, sorry, not a software, but a program that teaches me how to be better at doing Hangouts. Okay? So I'm always educating myself. I'm always learning more. And I share stuff to a certain point with my people. But again, like, you know, like I talked about yesterday and Dr. Michael and everybody else talked about, when we do provide that kind of information, we make sure that we get some value out of it. I want to make sure that, you know what, that if I'm sharing my knowledge with people, that I'm getting paid for the time that I'm doing that. How do I get paid? Well, they join me in my programs, and then they can have access to my brain, to my knowledge, to what I know, right? And then what I don't know, well, then I click them in to others, like come on the panel, like Dr. Michael and others here, that can give them additional knowledge. Okay? We're all independent business people. Okay? We have to make sure that we all understand that. That at the end of the day, the only one that's responsible for paying your bills and doing anything is you. No one else is responsible for that. The people you have access to is part of your training and your mentoring to allow you to run the most sufficient and profitable business you possibly can. So, Dr. Michael, any final words you wanna drop in on that?
Yeah, just that people should be serious in their lives if they want to prosper. That's all I can say. And you can't achieve things with a half-time job, so to say. You know, people ask me many times about what I'm doing. I say, well, I've got a full-time job. And he says, oh, you're employed. I said, no, I've got a full-time job. And what it means, well, I work from 24 hours a day. I'm independent, and if something's important, I can wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and if something is not so important, it could be 11 o'clock in the day, I'm still asleep, you know? So that's the advantages and the disadvantages, but what I mean is you have to be a commitment to what you do. If I have somebody that lives in America and is 9 hours behind me, or somebody in Australia that's 10 hours in front of me, and if I want to close a deal with them, I better be up at that time, and it doesn't matter what time it is on my time. If they are ready there at 3 o'clock p.m. their time, then all you have to do is count, okay, that's my time, okay, 5 o'clock a.m. in the morning, I'll be there, sir. You know, that's what you have to commit to your business. It's about, do you really want to achieve this, or you just want to play around? And if you want to play around, hey, Nothing wrong with it. You spend your money, you learn something, and by the time you feel ready to become serious, you probably have learned it. Maybe it can take you 2 years. Why not? I mean, it's up to all of us to decide how quick we want to achieve this. And the experience that Carl has given to you, I mean, that's something that most likely we cannot avoid from you, but it would be a great thing if you can just take a little portion of what you heard today about the experience, the things that you shouldn't even do in your life. And that's why we have those hangouts and those webinars. And I appreciate that you brought this up, Carl, because most people will never talk about it. They're just too scared to tell the truth. They say, oh, yeah, you become rich and you don't have to do much. And everybody dreams about those things that never happen. And then it's a program out of the mistakes. Everybody is to be faulty except the people by itself. And what TTO does, it actually opens up your mind and clarifies for you that the only person responsible for your success is yourself. That's what TTO really means. That's really what we're here for, that you understand this. This is why mature networkers like Carl, myself, and many others, Janet and Tracy, and so many others, Andrew, are here also to bring the same message across to you. It's up to you. You got us as a family to assist you to make it happen. But in the end, it's up to you to make it, and it's up to you to decide how you want to do it and when you want to achieve it. Because if you follow it, you will certainly make it. There's no doubt about it. There's absolutely no doubt that you can achieve your dreams following the steps and the guidelines. But hey, we haven't even started yet. It's 1st of May when TTO officially starts with a big power behind it. Right now, what you've already seen and what you've been given, for most people, is so tremendous that they can't even see the tree was in the forest, you know. They just say, oh, what is this? I'm not understanding it. I want to get out of here. Well, tough luck. You will never make it anyway. So with this, Carl, thank you very much for today. I think it was great. We have another meeting coming up in an hour for TTO International. We just finished our German hangout for TTO International as well. So been busy, and people appreciate what we're doing. Believe me, I get good feedback from you, what you're doing, and more people watching the videos. It's starting to get viral as well. Have you seen that? It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and most certainly is. And you know what? Make sure you do that, because we do have a lot of international information, and that you can get at ttoradio.info. You can also get it at myubie, which is myubiee.com. Correct, Dr. Michael? And that's where you get all the international information from. So make sure you get back. You know, if you're German or Spanish, I believe that's all that's on there right now. Am I correct, Dr. Michael?
English as well, and we're just adding Russian as well as I think.
Oh, Russian too. So you know what? We're growing, and all of this stuff is coming together. So you know, if you have people in those communities, get them to those two sites. Okay. So that's ttoradio.info and myubie.com. So it's myubiee.com, okay? And that's all for the international community there too. Also, get back to the person who sent you to this hangout, because I'm pretty sure you want to get on board with us because of the information you even got today. So get back to that person, ask them about getting involved with Total Takeover, and start your journey with us, okay? Because the journey starts May 1st. So that's it, everyone. Have a great afternoon. Don't forget to check out those sites for all the other webinars and seminars coming on. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.